Bonjour et bienvenue. Greetings and welcome, prospective Ross Shepherd High School families. What an exciting time in your lives. You're making a decision that will be one of the most pinnacle events of your life to this date. Choosing a high school will be a decision that sets the tone for you as you continue this educational journey prior to graduating high school. Congratulations to you as a student in which you have accomplished so much. Welcome to We Are SHEP, a school that caters to the needs of your succession plan. A high school that has a diverse range of programming that supports your next steps towards graduation. Ross Shepherd High School takes pride in the fact that it has one of the most prestigious reputations due to its opportunities in academics in French immersion, athletics, fine and performing arts, inclusion, as well as many supplementary supports. We Are SHEP represents the pride, tradition, and excellence that is exhibited in our halls on a daily basis. We provide a safe and inclusive environment that focuses on engaged teaching and learning. Ross Shepherd believes that all students can thrive and be successful in an environment that is kind, respectful, and safe. As a principal at Ross Shepherd High School, I take pride in the fact that our students will be exposed to success. We build strong relationships with our students and family members so that your experience is never compromised. We are always here to listen and work alongside you to support your journey.
Bonjour et bienvenue à l'école Ross Shepherd High School. Nous sommes très contents de vous accueillir chez nous à l'école Ross Shepherd High School. Je suis Madame Marnie White, directrice adjointe. Nous sommes extrêmement fiers de nos élèves, nos programmes, nos enseignants, notre équipe et notre école. Bravo d'avoir choisi le programme d'immersion française et nous serions heureux de vous accueillir comme élève ici à SHEP, de continuer votre chemin vers le bilinguisme avec nous et surtout de faire partie et vivre la culture et l'esprit de Nous sommes SHEP. Our French immersion program consists of a team at the school who work with students to ensure the best programming possible for each of them. Now, a little bit of history around our French immersion program here at Ross Shepherd. Our program started in 2004 with only 13 students in our initial year. Our program has since grown to support surrounding French immersion catchment schools to the point that we now have over 160 students in the program. We are one of 2 high schools in Edmonton Public Schools who offer French immersion programming. With our incredible staff and students, we are proud to be a community of learners who are present and prepared for a diverse range of learning opportunities. The We Are SHEP culture and spirit encourages an environment where we support one another, build confidence through positive interactions, and believe that we can create success for all. We are proud of how our students and staff work together within the school and in our French immersion program through our We Are SHEP principles and values, which include relationship. This is our We Are SHEP family, where we bring out the best each day in one another and are respectful. We support one another in learning and in progressing in French language proficiency and in appreciation of the language, both inside and outside the classroom.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Jessie Sproul. Je suis une étudiante d'immersion à l'école SHEP. I'm here to talk a little bit about my experience at SHEP with French immersion and why I love it so much. If you decide to come to SHEP, you'll find that it's like no other school. The teachers are so supportive, so incredibly patient with you in FLA. When I came to SHEP, the teachers were so patient with me. They waited on me, they helped me get up to par with my French, and they brought me to a better place with French and made me more confident and comfortable speaking it.
Bonjour, my name is Eric Thibault, and I have the privilege of being the Études Sociales teacher here in the French immersion program at Ross Shepherd High School. Our goal in social studies is to enable you to acquire the attitudes, skills, knowledge to become more engaged, active, informed, and more responsible citizens. The program is divided in 3 sections, 3 years: the globalization in grade 10, nationalism in grade 11, and ideologies in grade 12. All 3 programs are designed to study how these topics will affect you and your identity, learn about history, and also a little bit about economics. We will discuss l'actualité, current events, every class to know what is happening in our world, our country, our province, our city, even in sports and arts and entertainment. Through different projects, written assignments, videos, films, discussions, we will work to improve our critical thinking skills. I'm really looking forward to welcoming you to Ross Shepherd for an amazing learning experience. Le meilleur des deux mondes. Petit programme dans une grande école. It's the best of both worlds. Small program in a big school. Au revoir et à bientôt.
Allô les nouvelles T-Birds, je m'appelle Mason, je suis un étudiant de 10e année dans l'immersion française. Being in French immersion here is so much fun. It's got a lot of perks, like I've met so many great people here, and I hope that you will too. Some of those people have helped me so much with understanding work that I didn't at first, or sometimes I can help them too. And the teachers here, they're so amazing. Every little problem you have, you can go and talk to them about it and they'll try and fix it the best they can. And it always works. For example, in science, when you're learning about the periodic table, it's easy to remember elements like argent, which is silver, and copper, which is cuivre in français.
Hello, I'm Madame Hafer and I am the French Immersion science teacher here at SHEP. I'm not sure if you're aware, but Science 10 is a general science course in which many fundamental science concepts are introduced. It is an academic course during which 4 separate units are taught: biology, chemistry, physics, and energy systems. Science 10 is a prerequisite for all 20-level courses in sciences, including the pure sciences of biology, physics, and chemistry. This course definitely has a rigor, and it is quite a step up from grade 9 science. It requires hard work and dedication from the student. A mark of 60% or higher in Science 10 is strongly recommended for registration in the pure sciences in the next level up. If a student achieves a mark between 50 and 60% in Science 10, they will be encouraged to follow a general science route of Science 20 and 30. Here at SHEP, we are currently offering Science 10, biology, and chemistry in French. Our French science classes parallel the English science classes in that our exams and programming are common. However, French immersion science is different. We have students learning the subjects in their second language. So our classes are designed to give diverse experiences, and the science curriculum is being taught while fostering the development of our language. Among other things, we learn inquiry-based activities. We learn through lab work, manipulatives, and of course, the good old lecture. I find that French immersion students, because they are learning in their second language, make better connections with vocabulary. Believe me, there is a lot in science, and they just learn to think more outside the box. I'm a big believer that science students need to be creative, resilient, diligent, and resourceful. So I structure my classes to reflect that kind of learning as much as I possibly can. By the time our French immersion students reach the 30-level courses in science, they are extremely well prepared to deal with their diploma exams and to head off into post-secondary, whether it be in English or in French. In fact, I'm really proud to say that we have some students scoring 100% on their diploma exams every year. And my past students are now excelling in honors chemistry, neurobiology, engineering, nursing, dentistry, you name it, we'll have Sheppies there. An advantage to taking French immersion sciences here at SHEP is that our classes tend to be smaller in size, especially at the 20 and 30 levels, and that they have a consistency. I love making that personal connection with my students. I can give them more support in a tailored way to their needs and help them through their challenges. I also get to know the families of my students better, often teaching siblings over the years. It is like a close-knit community at SHEP with the advantages of all the amenities of a big school, like amazing lab rooms, equipment, clubs, sports.
Partnership is our We Are SHEP community, where we embrace challenge, celebrate success together. We work with our partners in our Francophone community to help enhance our student experience in our French immersion program.
Another really good part about SHEP is the community that you'll build. The French program is a lot smaller than the English program, so you tend to have a lot more classes with the same people, and you build a community and a safe place to be. You're never struggling to find friends. You always have the same friends and you're always feeling safe. I remember just a certain time was we were learning about CODs and I guess relations and grammar, and it never really clicked for me. There was just a certain moment where my teacher said, nope, let's just do one more, just one more. And it clicked, and it felt so refreshing to have a teacher who was there for your personal needs as well as everybody else's, and who was super good at integrating your struggles and your strengths and kind of putting those together.
It's important to us that our students feel a sense of belonging within the French immersion program. Our Journée d'intégration was implemented 4 years ago for exactly that purpose. It's a day that generally takes place in mid-September, where students get a chance to get to know one another and their teachers in an environment outside of the classroom. This day offers an opportunity for students to engage in French with members of Edmonton's Francophone community through activities and information sessions. The goal for this day truly is to focus on language learning and cultural appreciation while working together within our French immersion program. It's a wonderful celebration and start to the year together in La culture et l'esprit de Nous sommes SHEP. We're also very fortunate to have our partnership with a school in France. This opportunity is possible because of a partnership that Edmonton Public Schools has with the Académie de Grenoble. Through this partnership agreement, our students have the opportunity to participate in a reciprocal exchange where they host a student from our partner school, Madame de Staël, in Saint-Julien-en-Genevois, and for you to live in France and experience the life in the French Alps, hosted in their home.
C'était si gros et toutes les lumières.
Oui, c'est ça.
So I was in Rouen, France, which is the city northwest of Paris, and for 2 months. And our school is twinned with another school there. And so I lived with a family, and I had 4 brothers for 2 months, and I was completely immersed in French, and I really expanded my knowledge culturally and linguistically on French, and I had an amazing time with all the food and all the people there. They were just amazing. So in going on an exchange to France, I not only learned the language and the culture there, but I learned a lot about myself, and I grew as a person.
My name is Patrick Robul. I'm the FLA teacher here at Ross Shepherd High School, and I'm teaching the FLA 10, 20, 30, and also the FSL this year, 39Y. So I'm particularly proud to say that for the past 10 years I have been teaching my mother tongue to young people who are open-minded and who are not afraid to learn new concepts, both in grammar, culture, and in the history of the French language and its multiple variants and dialects throughout the world. The number of speakers of the French language is constantly increasing globally, with nearly 350 million people speaking French. A typical FLA class course synergistically combines the 4 skills of oral and written comprehension and written and oral production. These skills function interdependently, and classroom activities and learning will focus on these 4 skills woven together to help our students learn. Understand, use, and appreciate French in the FLA course and across the course subject as they apply their increased competence in the language as they progress through the French immersion program. The study of 2 major literary works and at least 2 cinematographic works from the French-speaking world are at the heart of French language arts. among the important learning and skill building that prepares students for the diploma exam at the culmination of their program. In fact, many of the activities that take place in the French language arts class focus on an in-depth study to dissect the works, go deep into literary and sometimes philosophical explanation of the themes explored throughout the course. Since there are many countries in the Francophone world, the work studied in the FLA course will come from a variety of cultural backgrounds, including African poetry. At the heart of our program, we believe that cross-curricular competencies are the very foundation for better learning and preparation for balanced and rational citizenship through critical thinking. We work collaboratively as teachers in the French Immersion program from all subjects by identifying the key terminology in French specific to these subjects for certain concepts students see in science, biology, chemistry, social studies, and in mathematics classroom too.
Our grade 12 French immersion students are eligible to participate in the B2 level of the DELF assessment. The Diplôme d'études en langue française is a series of examinations that will evaluate the 4 communication skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The DELF diplomas are awarded by the French Ministry of Education and are recognized internationally. The achievement of the B2 level indicates that the candidate has a degree of fluency and spontaneity to allow them to continue post-secondary studies in French, which is the level required to study in France. We are so proud of the resiliency and the dedication of our SHEP students to their studies and of our teachers in their French immersion program. Despite the interruption of their studies due to COVID-19, the majority of our students opted to write the DELF B2 in August. 100% of our Ross Shepherd students were successful on the DELF B2 exam, and the average of this exam was 74%, despite the interruption.
When you have an international certificate, you can get absolutely anything. Like if you are looking for a French job, then you pretty much need your DELF because that'll put you above everybody else who's applying. If you have a chance to write it, write it. Asking me what French for life means for me is like giving me a multiple choice question where absolutely every answer is right.
In grade 10, students will take their 10-level English Language Arts course, their 4 core 10-level French immersion courses, as well as Phys Ed 10 and option courses. In order to earn the division-awarded bilingual certificate for studies in the French immersion program, students will need to take their 4 core courses in grade 10, which would earn them 20 credits of French programming, 3 to 4 courses in grade 11 with a minimum of 15 credits in French, and 3 to 4 courses in their grade 12 year with a minimum of 15 credits in French. It is required that students take FLA 10, 20, and 30 in order to earn the bilingual certificate. They must have a total of 50 credits with a minimum of 15 credits per year, including FLA 30. For pre-enrollment in our French immersion program, School Zone opens to parents on March 8th at 9 a.m. and closes at 4 p.m. on April 15th. For students with a School Zone parent account, you would need to go to your parent login on School Zone, select Ross Shepherd on the Next Year tab. Pre-enrollment appointments can also be arranged through our Student Services Department. Should Ross Shepherd go to random selection, resident students transitioning from grade 9 French immersion who participate in the division's pre-enrollment process prior to 4 p.m. on April 15th will be accepted into the full French immersion program at Ross Shepherd for the 2021-22 school year. The full grade 10 French immersion program includes FLA 10, Mathématiques 10, Sciences 10, et Études Sociales 10. If you have not pre-enrolled and do not live in our designated attendance area, you will not be guaranteed a spot in the French immersion program. Mentorship is We Are SHEP Resilient, where we support each other to be confident, successful learners in our quest for excellence. We work with our catchment area French immersion schools, and we work to help find peer tutors for students who may be in need within our French immersion program.
I was kind of struggling with my design studies, and so I went to talk to my teacher, Mr. McCann, and he gave me a lot of feedback that I thought about and I processed. And I went back, redid all the assignments, and made sure to apply those things to all the ones I did in the future. And it helped so much, and thank you so much for that.
When I came here, I had literally no friends, none, and my only friend was online. And I thought I would never make friends, but once I was in the French program for a little bit, I kind of made friends with the people who shared the same passions as I did, which is learning French. The first day was super nerve-wracking, the whole day, but once we started getting into French and learning it, it felt super comfortable, it felt super familiar. It was things I knew, it was things that I wanted to work on, just because the teachers are so incredibly supportive and amazing. You feel driven to work on it, and you feel driven to work on the things that you're kind of struggling with, because you want to make them proud, you want to make yourself proud, and you just want to be a better student in general. So you never feel unmotivated at SHEP. You're always motivated to do things. You always show up to school and say, okay, I'm ready to do this, and I want to learn more. For me personally, I was in between two schools, and it's just find what you're interested in, find what your passion is, and if your passion is French, SHEP is such a good place to pursue that passion. You know, SHEP has so many good things. SHEP has sports, but they also have community, and they have, you know, culture. There's so much at SHEP here that isn't at other schools, because our teachers and the community here is so welcoming and ready to put their best foot forward to help you succeed.
Now, we are so excited to share our school with you and to do everything that we can to make your experience here the best that it can be. My goal during our time together will be to help you learn to use math confidently and effectively to solve problems, and to better understand the world around you, and to feel prepared for your post-secondary endeavors. And hopefully, we'll have some good times along the way. It is math after all. The high school mathematics program has several streams, and it might be worth explaining them a little bit for you and your parents. At the 30 level, courses typically intended for grade 12, there are 3 math courses, 30-1, 30-2, and 30-3. The -1 and -2 streams are designed for students intending to pursue further studies at the college or university level. Both Math 30-1 and 30-2 are offered in French at Ross Shepherd. The -3 stream is intended for students wishing to pursue a career in the trades. Unfortunately, these courses are not offered in French. But shifting our focus to the grade 10 level, we find that both the -1 and -2 streams actually begin in a single course called Math 10C. This means that any student in the French immersion program should complete this course in their grade 10 year. Some years, depending on demand, we do offer a French section of Math 15, which is a prep course for Math 10C. Ross Shepherd students tend to be very successful in mathematics, thanks to some of the additional supports offered here. Of course, teachers are always excited to take questions in or out of class time, but for times when we are unavailable, we have videos available online of full lessons for every topic at every level. This means that every example seen in class can be reviewed on your own time, at your own pace.
And French doesn't even just have to be used at school, it can be used at home too. Like if you're going on a trip to maybe France or Quebec. Or sometimes tu peux même rigoler de tes parents sans qu'ils savent ce que vous disiez.
Leadership is our We Are SHEP responsible, where we collaborate, inquire, innovate, communicate, and think critically. Our students take ownership of their learning and their conduct. We support one another within the French immersion program and contribute positively to opportunities within the French immersion school community. Scholarship, We Are SHEP present and prepared, where we're dedicated and committed to our learning and in celebrating our successes in French immersion. Nous sommes toujours prêts à participer pleinement et le mieux possible chaque jour.
Merci beaucoup pour m'écouter pendant tout ça. J'espère que je vous ai aidé avec votre décision pour quel lycée tu vas y aller et j'espère de vous voir dans l'automne.
J'espère que j'ai aidé votre décision d'aller à CHEP et j'espère que je vais vous voir l'année prochaine.
J'ai hâte à vous voir ici à CHEP en personne.
I am so excited to be a part of your high school experience, and I hope you will love this school and this program as much as I have. J'ai hâte de vous accueillir l'année prochaine et de faire partie de vos années ici à RSHS. Merci, thank you so much, and à bientôt.